Hey guys, it's Joey. Finally getting around to making this, about a month late. Things have been pretty crazy, almost as crazy as Act 4, I should say, but definitely not in the same vein, thankfully, because in this part we're getting a lot of kind of backstory on Annie. We're getting to see a glimpse into what her life was before she made it to Twin Peaks and the things she dealt with growing up, some a little bit further in the past, some seemingly recent, and how it kind of equipped her to deal with the situation she is in now. Stuff with her father, super awkward, could be traumatic. It was just, very uncomfortable. That scene played out. It was almost hard to watch, to be honest. It's just you feel the tension, you feel her discomfort in that scene. You feel like his he doesn't care. He kind of just has like this almost like want similar to kind of what Mr. C says. I don't need anything, I want. And you almost feel that same kind of energy from him. And her mom freaks out and blames her for it, which is a story I've heard before, and I've heard it from people that I've known in real life of similar situations happening. So it's kind of rough to see it play out on screen like that. It's troubling how real that situation actually is, and we see almost a parallel-ish kind of situation with a boyfriend that Annie has that's, teenage love, whatever, there's expectations, and especially on prom night or, big nights like that, that something needs to happen, even if one is not necessarily comfortable or ready to do that yet. And we kind of see that play out as well, and just kind of get a better look at the men in Annie's life. Obviously, a lot of it in contrast or comparison to Cooper, who is the reason why, more or less, the reason why she is in the place she is now. And we're getting a lot of, crossover and parallels, literal crossover and parallels with Caroline as well. And it's really, I really like the way these dynamics are coming into play with stuff with Caroline, Wyndham Earl, and the stuff with Annie and her past. I hesitate to call them romances. Basically, dealings with the men in her life, and Caroline dealing with Wyndham Earl and Cooper, and trying to navigate that as well, and trying to find happiness in the middle of it, if at all possible. This part felt very Lynchy to me. I feel like we've gotten Cameron's kind of vision through most of it so far, and this particular part felt very Lynchy. We spent a good amount of time in the Black Lodge and the waiting room, and it just has this kind of quiet sadness almost, and confusion, especially from the part of Annie, who's trying to connect the pieces and also deal with what she's going through. And there's like a little bit of a mystery that is unraveling and folding through time via the Black Lodge. She's able to access some strange stuff, and comes, in close contact with Caroline towards the end, and we even get kind of a little bit of a cliffhanger at the end of part 4. So it's been interesting to see how Annie's kind of adventure and path is leading to her unraveling the paths and kind of history of these other people in the town she was, not in very long. And this kind of has been thrust upon her. And I think she even mentioned something about that. And we unfortunately see, Caroline's death. And obviously we know Wyndham Earl is the culprit, and his descent into madness and seems like things are wrapping up, and I think Annie's going to be really in for having way more information about all these people than she ever could have wanted or expected or needed. But she is pursuing this path, and now we'll see what the next stage of this is. What is she going to learn? Is she going to make it out of this okay, unscathed? I mean, obviously she's going to be a little scathed, but is she going to be able to, I don't know, unravel some mystery that maybe even the show couldn't really unravel or didn't have time to? I'm just wondering, what's the end game for Annie Blackburn here? How does she come out of all this? Does she get stuck in the lodge? Does she go back in? Does she have free reign over anything? And does she become like this person that kind of, like Cooper kind of is at the end of The Return, where she's kind of unstuck in time, to use like a Vonnegut sense, where she could access these memories and kind of deal with these figures and kind of disassemble and reassemble them and deal with her own issues. I don't know yet. I mean, I feel like there's not much time left in this movie, but it feels like things are constantly ramping up, even still. So it's going to be really interesting to see what the next part has for us, which I believe is probably coming fairly soon. I'm already, like I said, I'm a little late with this one, but I wanted to actually talk about it, so when this movie fully comes out, I could look back at these and kind of pick apart my points, and then we could watch it as one single unit and just go through all of it and, you know, talk about it that way. So if you haven't not watched part 4 yet, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know why you're watching this first, but let me know what you thought of part 4 in the comments below. I hope you're enjoying it. I know I am. I'm excited to see what's left. I mean, it feels like it go on for another 5 parts. I don't know about you guys or what you think, but it seems that way to me. So I'll leave it there. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to the channel, do all that stuff. Let me know what you're watching. Let me know your thoughts on Queen of Hearts so far. And I'll see you very soon. Later.